There are actually two ways in which we think about creating access for persons with disabilities. One is through the lens of accessibility, and the other is through the lens of accommodation, which we'll discuss in the next segment. Accessibility is the attempt to make a service as immediately open and approachable as possible to as many people as possible. Instead of offering to make a service available through some kind of special favor, accessibility thinks of people with functional limitations at the point of design and creation. Notice how in this image, the stairs and the wheelchair ramp were designed together to create architectural beauty and function. The design has taken into consideration the needs of persons who need ramps at the creative level. Accommodation, however, is the act of solving problems that were not or could not be anticipated in design. For example, folks who have a home that was designed years ago may need to have a ramp installed if they become unable to use stairs. This is an accommodation. It is necessary to provide access, but we didn't consider the necessity at the point of design or creation. We had to adapt. This same dynamic is at work with course design. Alpha will provide accommodations or adjustments as quickly as possible to ensure access for students with disabilities, but there are some things that we as faculty can do at the design or creation point that can make our courses and content accessible to a wider range of future students. If you create a video and post it on YouTube, YouTube will actually try to caption that video for you. But did you know that you can edit that caption? For those of us who teach academic content, this can be really helpful because the automatic caption is less likely to understand a unique or boutique term of art created within our specific professions. It is possible for Alpha to create a transcript of an online video, but it may take time and interrupt the student's matriculation through your course. But a faculty member can post her transcript alongside her video and make it available to everyone. Here's an example of text that cannot be read by a screen reader. Actually, it's just an image of text. Alpha can convert this to a screen-readable form of text for a student with visual impairments, but it takes between 48 and 72 hours to turn some images into accurate text. Another design consideration is the nature of synchronous conversations. Hearing-impaired students may appreciate the option to engage in a collaborative session through text rather than speech so that they can fully participate. Blind students may be more interested in the spoken word than text. Thinking about platforms that are useful for as many students as possible can be a valuable way to anticipate the needs of future students with disabilities. One of the most common questions faculty have is about degree. How does one make those kinds of decisions? Our colleague Kyle Dixon in ACU's Digital Learning Studio likes to recommend that faculty think in terms of shelf life. Some course assets are temporary. Like milk, they are really only good or useful for a very short period of time. Some course assets, however, have longer shelf lives. When an asset is going to be used by students in future courses, that is a great time to think about ensuring that it is as accessible as possible.